Sun Tzu also outlines 6 causes of defeat. These include sending a weak force against a strong one, having strong soldiers led by a weak commander, having a strong commander with weak troops, failing to enforce discipline, allowing disorder in the ranks, and misjudging the situation, and attacking with too few against too many. Troops of different strengths must not be mixed together without careful planning. If brave and capable soldiers are treated the same as weak ones, they will lose their sense of pride and fighting spirit. Meanwhile, the weaker ones may hide behind the strong and refuse to fight. That is why the army must establish elite forces, vanguard units, strike teams, and brave formations. These are the spear points of an army. When the army assembles, the commander must first select the best soldiers. Some will serve as personal guards, some as shock troops, and others in ambush units. The tip of the spear is what breaks the enemy. Sun Tzu believed that terrain and environment play a decisive role in victory or defeat. The highest skill is not just in using terrain, but in turning disadvantages into strengths. By understanding the environment and adapting to it, a smaller or weaker army can overcome a stronger one. Terrain is an indispensable factor in war, and wise commanders give it their full attention. The same is true in business. Natural and geographic conditions have a major impact on success or failure. Business operations must take full advantage of location. Whether it is building a factory or opening a store, the first step is choosing the right place. Take for example the Lake Company, founded after World War II. They specialized in making car seat covers and built their sales network through exclusive dealerships. The company paid great attention to retail location selection. First, they would evaluate the potential profit of each region. Once promising markets were identified, they would determine how many stores to open, where to place them, and whether to invest in one large central store or several smaller ones spread out. They analyzed all the factors scientifically and cautiously before setting up shop. Because of this strategic approach, Lake Company consistently achieved strong sales. By 1958, they had over 150 dealers operating in 60 cities across the United States, and their nationwide network kept expanding. With smart decisions and attention to geography, the company steadily grew in performance. In this chapter, Sun Tzu discusses his philosophy of leadership and military discipline. He emphasizes the importance of combining compassion with strict control. A good commander should care for the soldiers as if they were beloved children, but must also enforce discipline so they can be commanded and relied upon in battle. This balance of kindness and authority, firmness and flexibility, along with clear orders and fair rewards and punishments, is what allows a military force to unite in purpose. During the Southern Song dynasty in China, the General Yue Fei became famous for his leadership. He treated his troops as his own family. When local villagers offered food and wine to his army, Yue Fei always made sure everything was shared equally. If the wine was too little to divide, he would water it down just so every soldier could have a taste. When soldiers fell ill, he prepared medicine for them himself. When soldiers died in battle, he took personal responsibility for caring for their orphan children. At the same time, Yue Fei was extremely strict in enforcing military discipline. He was clear and consistent in rewarding merit and punishing mistakes. As a result, his troops respected him deeply and followed his orders with full commitment. In battle, they often fought with unmatched bravery, achieving victories even when outnumbered. Sun Tzu emphasized that success in warfare depends on a thorough understanding of 3 key elements: the enemy, oneself, and the terrain. Knowing only one of these leads to a 50% chance of success. Only by understanding all 3, your enemy, your own forces, and the environment, can victory be truly assured. This principle applies not only to warfare but also to the competitive world of business. If a company knows only its internal operations but ignores customer preferences or market trends, or if it focuses only on market demand without aligning it with its own capabilities, it risks failure and even major losses. In 1962, British Airways and Air France, both world-leading airlines, jointly decided to develop a new type of supersonic passenger jet, the Concorde. Without conducting thorough market research or considering all potential factors, they poured billions of dollars into a project that took over a decade to complete. The Concorde, launched in 1975, was one of the most luxurious and advanced airliners of its time. However, over those years, the market had changed. Fuel prices had risen dramatically, increasing the cost of each flight. The ticket prices were so high that many cost-conscious passengers stayed away. On top of that, the aircraft was so loud it could even shatter nearby windows. As a result, the Concorde failed to attract enough customers and became a financial disaster. Once hailed as a technological marvel, it soon became an abandoned dream. The lesson is clear. No matter how strong your resources, if you ignore market needs and fail to gather insight, the market will eventually reject you. Sun Tzu repeatedly emphasized the importance of timing and terrain in war. Warfare always takes place within the constraints of time and space. Natural factors like climate and geography directly affect military outcomes. That is why Sun Tzu included both timing and terrain among the 5 essential factors of victory in Chapter 1. Even in modern warfare, these principles have not been abandoned. While studying the opponent remains central, understanding timing and terrain continues to play a key role. The Prussian King Frederick the Great once warned his generals, "To be ignorant of geography is to commit a grave mistake." Therefore, when you know both yourself and your enemy, there is no danger in battle. When you also understand the timing and the terrain, your victory is fully secured. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe for more.